Hello, Mr. Stone here. Guten Tag. Um, pardon me. Today, we're going to be looking at three variable equations again. Um, and we'll start again with the elimination as a method. So the first thing that I see here, let's go ahead and label these equations A, B, and C, just so we know which ones we're talking about. I see that C is nice in that it's got this negative x in front, which is going to make it pretty easy to use to knock out the x's in the other equations. So let's go ahead and do that. Let me combine A and C. Now for C, or excuse me, let's do B and C. Excuse me first. B and C. I see I've got this 4 as a coefficient in front of the x in B. So I'm going to need to make the x negative 4 in C. So to do that, I'm going to take 4 times everything I've got on my left side of C. That is a 3, a weird 3, but it is a 3 nonetheless. And I need to, again, if I'm doing something like multiplying the left side here, I need to do that to the right side as well. I'm multiplying the whole equation. What this is going to give me is I'm going to have, I'll write it down here, this becomes negative 4x plus 12y plus 12z equals 116. I'm going to put, that's just my modified b. I multiplied it by 4 because I want to, or excuse me, my modified c, because I want to put c above it. And then I shall combine these two. Okay, these guys cancel. X's are gone. Yay! Negative y plus 12y gives us 11y. We got 16z right there. And these guys combine to be 114. All right. Wow. All of a sudden I ran out of room there. Okay. You know what? I had some other scribblings down here. I'm gonna move past some of this other stuff here. I'll be back. But I'm still working on the same problem. I like to write a lot. I like to do math. I'm similarly going to take my b, or excuse me, c, and multiply it by negative 5. And this time I get 5x minus 15y minus 15z equals negative 145. This is just c times negative 5. Okay, because I wanted to get this so I can knock out equation A, which is negative 5x plus 5y minus 4z, or z if you like, equals 28. Combine these guys once again. The x is gone. I've got negative 10y minus 19z equals 117. Pardon me. All right, so the x's are gone. My new equations now are 11y plus 16z equals 114 and negative 10y minus 19z equals 117. Now I want to knock out something here. The best candidate for that looks to be we can knock out the y's because this 16 and 19, that's kind of messy. But still, we don't have anything that will multiply by 10 by anything to make it 19, or we don't have, or excuse me, to make it 11. We don't have anything we can multiply 11 by to get 10. So we can just multiply them by the coefficients of each other. So I'm going to take all of this, multiply it by 11. I'm going to take all of this and multiply everything by 10. Okay? What that gives me now is I'm going to have 110y plus 160z equals 1140 on top. And then on the bottom that becomes negative 110y minus 209z equals negative 12, or excuse me, Yeah, ooh, sorry, this guy should have been negative. Negative 1287 on the bottom. Combine these guys together. That guy's gone. 160z minus 209z, well, hey, that gives us negative 49z. On the right, this breaks down to negative 147. We want to get z isolated by itself, divide both sides by negative 49. And we get z equals, what do we get? Excuse me, 3. 3. Okay, so we've got part of it done. We got z down. So we can go up to this guy here. By plugging in 11y plus 16z equals 114. 11y plus 16, instead of putting z here, I'm going to put 3 because we just solved for z, equals 114. Alright, now I can distribute 11y plus 48 equals 114. Subtract 48 from both sides. That'll give me 114 minus 48. Alright, I'll confess I did have to go to the calculator for that one. Long day. Alright, 11y equals 66. Well, that means this is just going to be y equals 6. I divide by 11. So I've got y equals 6. Last thing I need to do is solve for x. Let's use this guy right here. I've got negative x plus 3. Well, we said that y was 6. 6, right? So 3 times 6 plus 3. Well, we said z was 3 equals 29. So negative x plus 18 plus 9 equals 29. This is negative x plus 27 equals 29. Subtract 27 both sides, we get negative x equals 2. Therefore, x equals negative 2. We have solved for x, y, and z. Okay, and we've got a substitution as well. So let's do this. I've got this first one, equation A, which has all the variables in it. Let's try and tweak these guys below them so that we can get y in terms of something and x in terms of something. So if I subtract 3z from both sides, I'm going to end up with negative 2y equals negative 3z plus 5. And I want to get y by itself, so let's divide both by negative 2. Those cancel. I've got y equals negative 3z plus 5 over negative 2. That works. Y is alone. Then we can plug y into equation A over there. Let's take this guy. I've got 3x minus 4z equals 7. Well, let's get x by itself. Add 4z to both sides so that we've got 3x on its own. So equals 4z plus 7. Divide by 3. 3's cancel out. We've got x equal to 4z plus 7 over 3. So we're going to take this guy, which is y equals negative 6x minus 5z minus 3. And we're going to plug in the values of x and y that we calculated. So we said y is negative 3z plus 5 over negative 2. This is equal to negative 6, and now we're going to plug in for x. 4z plus 7 over 3 minus 5z minus 3. Okay? It's very important that you pay extra special attention to the signs on everything here, because if you drop one sign, the whole thing is going to be off, and it could cost you a fair bit of time. All right, let's not worry about the left at all for right now. I'm going to leave the left as it is, but I am going to distribute this negative 6 to everything in here. Okay, negative 6 divided by 3, that's really going to change it to negative 2. So I'm actually going to have that's going to go, that's going to go. It's actually going to be negative 2 times 4z plus 7. So I'd get negative 8z minus 14 minus 5z minus 3. Combine like terms. I have how many z's? How about negative 13? Negative 14 and negative 3 will give us negative 17. And we still got the stuff on the right. But tell you what, we're going to do to the stuff... did I say right? I meant left. Oh, you know, France, everything's totally backwards. Everything's the exact opposite way. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. They drive on the right side of the road here. It is similar in so many ways to the U.S., but so wonderfully different. Please visit. It is awesome. Anyway, I am going to multiply both sides by negative 2, because doing so will cancel out that on the left. So I've got negative 3z plus 5. That's going to equal, let's distribute this negative 2. Okay, that would make this 26z plus 34. Let's get all the z's, excuse me, on the right. Those cancel. So I have 5 equals 29z plus 34. Subtract 34 from both sides. I get negative 29 equals 29z. And then we'll see that z is just going to equal negative 1. There's one part of our answer. We can go up to here. Let's see, if y equals, we said it was negative 3z plus 5 over 2. Let's plug in, if z is negative 1, that just means this is going to equal 3 plus 5 over negative 2. And all that's just 8 over negative 2, which is just negative 4. And then x down here, let's go down here because we already said what x is equal to. X is equal to 4 times negative 1, which would make this negative 4, plus 7 over 3. Well, negative 4 plus 7, that's just 3. 3 divided by 3 means that x is going to be 1. So we've got x equals 1, y equals negative 4. We can put this in the format of 1, negative 4, negative 1. And we are happy, and we are done. Anyway, I know this has been a lot of work here. Each one of these does take a bit of processing, but I have faith in you. This stuff will make you stronger. Do it with all your effort, muster all of your zeal, and be awesome, because I know that you are. Have a great day.